They call it liquid gold for a reason. It's the Earth's healthiest fat source. It contains unknown compounds that rejuvenate your skin, cells, and arteries. Could it be the secret behind the amazing results that the Mediterranean diet shows in studies? Some of its components can modify the expression of your genes. Daily use boosts your digestive, heart, and skin health. Yes, today we're talking about the real benefits of olive oil. But pay close attention, because at the end of the video you'll get several very important precautions to get all the benefits of this wonder and avoid possible risks from improper use. Let's start by defining what olive oil is. Olive oil is a vegetable oil obtained through the processing of olives. It is a staple food in the Mediterranean diet, and its various health benefits have been proven due to its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. To obtain olive oil, roughly speaking, the olives are harvested and washed to remove impurities. Then they are ground and pressed to extract the oil. Olive oil is divided into categories based on its acidity, processing, and other factors. We have extra virgin olive oil. It is the highest quality oil and is obtained through a cold pressing process, always at temperatures below 27 degrees Celsius. This oil has flavor and aroma. Characteristic, very low acidity. It's also highest in antioxidants and polyphenols, since it is the least processed. Therefore, it provides the most anti-aging benefits. Virgin olive oil without the extra is similar to extra virgin, but it has a bit more acidity and less flavor and aroma. And olive oil, also known as refined olive oil, is obtained through a chemical refining process. It has a milder flavor and aroma and fewer nutrients than virgin olive oils. Other oils blend varieties like mild olive oil, intense olive oil, or olive pomace oil. Extra virgin olive oil is the best option without a doubt due to its high amount of antioxidant compounds. Therefore, it's the one we use as a reference in today's video. Let's now see which are those compounds that give it the properties everyone talks about. First, olive oil and skincare. Although olive oil has traditionally been used topically for skincare and protection, is it really olive leaf extract that seems to provide more benefits to the skin? In this 2-month study, a natural olive leaf extract improved skin hydration. It reduced transepidermal water loss and decreased the number and depth of wrinkles. Have you ever used olive oil topically for skincare? Tell us. For what? Why? In what ways? And your results? Squalene, the compound from sharks present in olive oil. Squalene is an organic compound, a triterpene found in olive oil. It's called that because shark liver oil has a large amount of this molecule. In fact, it's the richest natural source of squalenes. Squalene offers notable skin benefits as a natural emollient, maintaining elasticity, hydrating, and making skin more supple. It even has anti-tumor activity in skin cancer. In addition, it has been shown that squalene slightly protects the skin from damage caused by sun exposure, just like other compounds such as lycopene or astaxanthin. Oleic acid as a promoter of healthy aging. Oleic acid is the main fatty acid in olive oil, which gives it its name. Oleic acid is a booster for your health for many reasons. This omega-9 has protective effects against heart diseases, but only when taken at the right dose, improving the fat profile in your blood. It also seems to be beneficial for cognitive health and even for digestive health. Many people report better digestion and less constipation after taking a daily tablespoon of olive oil. In this study, among older Japanese adults, those who consumed the most oleic acid had the best cognitive function. They were preventing the deterioration of olive oil. Oleuropein, another polyphenol it contains, also helps brain health. In this other study, the exclusive consumption of olive oil by Greeks over 50 years old is linked to a higher aging index. Successful, a scientifically validated questionnaire that measures well the quality of aging. Consumption of olive oil and other fats did not improve the index, but using only olive oil did. Another reason olive oil should be the main fat in your diet. Let's talk about saccharidoids. Saccharidoids are compounds with properties capable of modulating the milestones of aging, which I reviewed in this other video. These are molecules that are almost completely lost during the refining processes of olive oil, which is why extra virgin olive oil should be your choice. What is olive oil? Virgin olive oil has anti-inflammatory properties similar to, in fact, comparable to those of ibuprofen, although, of course, with much less potency. It works by blocking the enzymes responsible for inflammation. Its use is being studied in people with chronic inflammatory diseases like arthritis and Crohn's disease. Does oleocanthal cause the spicy or pungent taste in extra virgin olive oil? Why? Why doesn't refined olive oil have that pungent taste? Well, because it doesn't have those beneficial polyphenols. These molecules, with such curious names, are also epigenetic modulators. Epigenetics refers to the modulation of gene expression without altering the DNA sequence. Diet affects epigenetic processes, determining which genes are expressed and which genes are not. The correct expression of genes will bring us health. It would be like a melody perfectly played on the piano. The incorrect expression of genes brings us disease, and it would be like leaving the piano to an orangutan. The metabolite of oleocanthal, methyl oleocanthal, is an epigenetic modulator and positively alters the immune inflammatory response in autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis or systemic lupus erythematosus. Remember that a metabolite is a molecule produced from the metabolism of another. What I just told you is a reminder that what you put in your mouth is constantly generating either health or disease. Reduction in cancer risk. Remember, the fact that a food has anti-aging properties and helps optimize your health necessarily means that it also helps keep away the diseases that kill us the most. One of them is, of course, cancer. Since 2011, strong evidence has appeared in the scientific literature that olive oil reduces the risk of different types of cancer. In this meta-analysis, those who consume the most olive oil have a 31% lower risk of developing any type of cancer, a 23% reduction in the risk of developing gastrointestinal cancer, a 33% reduction in breast cancer, and a 54% reduction in the risk of cancer in the urinary tract. Prevention of cardiovascular disease. Continuing with the number one killer, cardiovascular disease, it's been years since the multidisciplinary EuroLife study showed in a sample of healthy Europeans that the phenolic compounds in olive oil protect low-density lipoprotein cholesterol from oxidation. They also increase high-density lipoprotein and improve glutathione levels, in addition to reducing blood pressure. All these factors improve cardiovascular health and prevent the progression or appearance of atherosclerosis. Notice how Nordic and Mediterranean countries are the ones with the highest life expectancy. Everything seems to indicate that olive oil is partially to blame, except in Mediterranean countries, despite its numerous advantages. It's important to be careful when storing and using it to avoid the degradation of its compounds and the production of toxic substances. Here are 4 essential steps to preserve the benefits of olive oil and fully enjoy its properties. First, store olive oil in a cool, dark place, since many of its compounds are sensitive to heat and temperature, and that's why they can degrade. This is the reason why olive oil bottles and containers are usually dark. Second, the less processed the olive oil is, the lower its smoke point will be. What was the smoke point? The smoke point is the temperature at which the oil starts to smoke and break down. This leads to the release of toxic substances and the production of smoke. Therefore, the higher the smoke point, the more stable the oil will be at high temperatures and the more suitable it will be for grilling, frying, or roasting. If an oil is heated beyond its smoke point, it can be harmful to your health, since toxic compounds can be absorbed by the food and therefore later ingested or inhaled. 2 conclusions follow from this. The best way to consume olive oil is raw. It's better not to heat vegetable oils. The less processed varieties, like extra virgin, have more benefits but lower smoke points. So they're not ideal for frying or cooking at high temperatures. Third, olive oil remains high in calories, with 1 tablespoon containing about 100 calories. If you're an active person or an athlete and you have a healthy body composition, I wouldn't put limits on olive oil because it's also very filling. However, if you already have excess weight or metabolic problems, try not to exceed 20 or 30 milliliters of olive oil per day. Why? Well, because of its calorie content. We're talking about 2 to 3 tablespoons. If a healthy food makes us gain excess fat, then we lose its benefits, since we would be promoting a metabolic situation that harms your health in other ways. And finally, fourth, depending on the ripeness of the olive, its processing, and its variety. We offer Arbequina, Hochi Blanca, Picual, and Cornicabra. Depending on these factors, the olive oil used will have a greater or lesser amount of the beneficial compounds we've discussed today. Always keep that in mind. How do you consume olive oil and in what quantity? Thank you for your comments and for staying until the end. See you soon. Big hug. Let's keep empowering each other.